Fajia, the school of legalism Fajia, commonly referred to as legalism, is one of the major schools of thought that emerged during the tumultuous warring states period in ancient China. Unlike other philosophies, such as Confucianism and Taoism, which emphasize moral virtue and harmony, legalism focuses on the pragmatic and often harsh application of law as the foundation for statecraft and governance. Historical context and key figures. Legalism rose to prominence during a time of continuous warfare and social chaos, where states were vying for power and survival. The philosophy was developed and refined by several key figures, including Shang Yang, Shen Buhai, Shen Dao, and Han Fei. Han Fei, in particular, is often considered the most systematic and influential legalist thinker, and his work, Han Feizi, is a critical text that outlines the principles and methods of legalist governance. Core principles. Legalism is built upon three main principles. Fa. The legalists believed that clear, strict laws were essential to maintain order and control within the state. Laws needed to be publicly known and uniformly enforced, leaving little room for personal interpretation or moral considerations. The belief was that humans are inherently self-interested and require rigid laws to curb their baser instincts. Shi. Legalists emphasized the importance of centralized authority and the role of the ruler in maintaining control. The ruler's power must be absolute and unquestioned, and it was crucial to present an image of strength and decisiveness to deter dissent and disobedience. Shu. This involves the effective application of administrative techniques and policies to govern the state. Legalists advocated for strict bureaucratic control and surveillance to ensure compliance with laws and policies. They also promoted meritocracy, where officials were appointed and promoted based on their abilities and achievements rather than noble birth or personal connections. Implementation and impact. The most notable application of legalist principles was under the Qin dynasty, particularly during the reign of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. The Qin state's rigorous and often draconian legalist policies facilitated its rapid expansion and unification of China. Key measures included the standardization of weights, measures, and writing systems, as well as large-scale infrastructure projects like the Great Wall. However, the harshness of legalist rule also contributed to the dynasty's downfall, as heavy taxation, forced labor, and brutal punishment led to widespread resentment and rebellion. Despite its brief tenure, the Qin dynasty's legalist policies had a lasting influence on Chinese governance, and many of its administrative practices were adopted by subsequent dynasties. Philosophical critique. Legalism has often been criticized for its authoritarian nature and disregard for individual moral agency. Confucian scholars, in particular, condemned legalism for its focus on punitive measures over ethical cultivation. They argued that such an approach undermined social harmony and the moral fabric of society. Legacy. While legalism as a distinct philosophical school waned after the Qin dynasty, its principles continued to inform Chinese political thought and practices. The emphasis on law, order, and efficient administration can be seen in various periods of Chinese history. Legalist ideas have also sparked interest and debate among modern scholars and political theorists, particularly in discussions about the role of law and authority in governance.